What's up, all you mentees? Uncanny Omar here from Near Mint Condition, the home of collected editions. And here is the last week of June reminder. So all of the collected editions coming out the week for June 27th of 2023. So enjoy. Coming in the last week of June from Marvel Comics, we kick it off with New Mutants Epic Collection. The Asgardian Wars, collecting issues 32 to 44 of New Mutants. Annual number 2, New Mutants Special number 1, and that's the part of the Asgardian Wars, and X-Men Annual number 9, and that's where it continues. I'm going to tell you something right now, that cover right there, that will forever be nightmares in my childhood. Oh my gosh. Chris Claremont, the thing that Beyonder did to the kids, oh dude, that was the stuff of nightmares. X-23 with her first Omnibus coming out this week, and 928 pages, $125. Collecting X-23 1 through 6, that's the miniseries. X-23 Target 1 through 6, and then X-23 from 2010. 1 through 21, as well as the one-shot Captain Universe X-23 one-shot, the Ken Dark Wolverine 8 through 9, plus material from X-Men to Serve and Protect number 2, Wolverine The Road to Hell, and all new Wolverine saga. Avengers vs. X-Men is getting a new paperback printing, collecting the Avengers vs. X-Men 0 through 12, and then Marvel Point 1, $39.99, 384 pages. Marvel, July 1963, Omnibus. There are 3 covers for these, and you have, this is of course celebrating 60 years of X-Men. Avengers number 1, Amazing Spider-Man number 5. These are all the comics that came out the month that X-Men came out. X-Men number 1. Fantastic Four number 19 and Annual number 1. Journey into Mystery number 96. Modeling with Millie number 25. Patsy and Hetty number 90 and Annual number 1. Patsy Walker number 109. Rawhide Kid number 36. Sergeant Fury number 3. Strange Tales 113. Tales of Suspense 46. Tales to Astonish 48. X-Men number 1. There it is. Kathy number 25. Kid Colt Outlaw number 113. And Millie the Model number 117. And the Two Gun Kid number 66. So that one is $100, 656 pages, and a lot of those books have never, I mean, you're going to be doing a lot of double dipping if you get all the Omnis, but a lot of those books have never been reprinted in anything. So, Amazing Spider-Man Epic Collection, Ghost of the Past. Let me tell you, if you missed it out the first time around, don't sleep on it, because these reprints have a shorter print run, a smaller print run, I'm sorry. And once they go out of print, who knows when you all will vote for it again. But this is one that you all voted for to come back to print. Collecting issues 259 to 272, Annual 18 through 19, and Web of Spider-Man 1 and 6. And this time around, it's $44.99, 472 pages. Another book you all voted for. So again, in case you missed it the first time around, Punisher Epic Collection, Circle of Blood. Collecting the Punisher 1 through 5, the 1986 miniseries, Punisher 1 through 10, the ongoing series, Daredevil 257, and Marvel graphic novel Punisher, The Assassin's Guild. Now, in case you want to check out or want to ever dip your toes into epics, I did do a video on my top 10 best epics for new readers, and that can be found on the channel. And New X-Men Omnibus Volume 3, one of those books, again, that if you missed out on it the first time around, maybe, don't sleep on it this time around, is what I will say. Collecting New X-Men 114 and 154 and Annual number 1. Both covers available the same day. Captain America Epic Collection, The Secret Empire. Steve Englehart, baby. And Sal Buscema, our pal Sal. Collecting Captain America 160 to 179. So, it's the return. Oh, this is the return of Agent 13, isn't it? Yeah, Agent Carter comes back in that one. Star Wars The High Republic, The Blade is coming out, and this collects the miniseries The Blade, which is all part of the Star Wars High Republic era, the second era of the High Republic. Season 2, I think is what they're calling it. Star Wars Darth Vader by Greg Pak, another series that has been excellent. I'm really digging this modern Dark Horse stuff. But then again, a lot of the Dark Horse stuff, did I say modern Dark Horse? I meant modern Marvel Star Wars stuff. Okay, it's hit and miss. Some of them are great and some of them are eh. But rediscovering the Dark Horse era has been awesome. Oh my gosh, I think there's been one omnibus that I was like, it's the one with Darth Maul. What was it? The Sith, I think? Rise of the Sith. Yeah, didn't dig that one. But the rest of them, oh my gosh, Empire, New Republic, those have been excellent. Old Republic. So this collects Darth Vader 28 through 32. Spider-Man: The Lost Hunt. J.M. DeMatteis returns to the story that, put Kraven the Hunter on the map. Unfortunately, it was also his last story. 1 through 5, not J.M. DeMatteis, but Kraven's last story. So this collects Spider-Man: The Lost Hunt 1 through 5. Would have been great to see Mike Zeck draw this, but it's Edar Macias that drew this with a Ryan Brown cover. Probably because we have a movie coming out. From the world of DC Comics, we have Dark Crisis, Worlds Without a Justice League, Cy Spurrier, Tom King, Ryan Sook. Wow, that's hella talent right there. Collecting just a bunch of one-shots from the world of Dark Crisis. All these are World Without a Justice League: Green Lantern, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Arrow, and Batman. Those are all one-shots. Absolute Batman 3 Jokers by Jeff Johns and Jason Fabuk, collecting all 3 issues of that series. Batman Detective Volume 2, Fear State by Mariko Tamaki, and drawn by Dan Mora. Dan Mora is just kicking all kinds of ass. 1040 to 1046, and Batman Secret Files. I'm really glad the guy is fast too, and he's a great artist. The Flash Volume 18, The Search for Barry Allen. Jeremy Adams and Will Conrad. This book right here is $24.99, and it is a trade paperback. Doesn't say what it collects though. DC sometimes leaves out the actual content of the books. Wow, that cover. Wow. Nightwing Volume 3, The Battle for Bloodhaven's Heart. Oh. I've been reading these in trade, and they have been a joy. Tom Taylor and Bruno Redondo. I mean, to me, I think my favorite Nightwing will always be the Chuck Dixon, Scott McDaniel stuff. But this stuff, oh, it's up there. It is so good. Tales from the Dark Crisis, Joshua Williamson and Rafael Sandoval, collecting just one-shots from that era of Dark Crisis. And speaking of Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths is coming out in hardcover format. Joshua Williamson, Daniel Sampere, $39.99, 320 pages. It is a standard-sized hardcover, collecting all 7 issues of Dark Crisis. From the world of manga, we have Black and White, Tough Love at the Office. And I'm not sure what's going on in that office, but I kind of want to know what's going on in that office. That is 7 Seas Entertainment that is publishing that particular book. Faded Away is coming out in hardcover format, and that is published by Rocket Ship Entertainment. But it's not just coming out in hardcover, it's also coming out in softcover format. I love that they do that. Fist of the North Star, hell yes. Love it. I was very happy when Viz reached out to me so I can do an advance overview of Fist of the North Star Volume 1. It meant a lot to me because that was one of the movie, from Toei Animation and Streamline Studios here in America, was one of my childhood anime, or as we called it back then, Japanimation. So it makes me happy that these are selling well enough. I kind of figured they would. They're hardcover, and people have been buying the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, so I was hoping that this would also get some love. Viz is publishing Goodbye Eri, and this here is by Tatsuki Fujimoto. Oh, Chainsaw Man. Okay. $12.99. So yes, the prices of this manga have gone up from $9.99 to $12.99. They've stayed at $9.99 for as long as they could. What was it? $7.99, and then they went up to $9.99, and now we're at $12.99. But prices of collected editions have just gone up. Minami's Lover is coming out also in a hardcover format. This one here is published by Fantagraphics. Minami's Lover is coming out in hardcover format, but this one here is published by Fantagraphics. Shungiku Uchida, and it's a raunchy, moving, funny manga for adults. So it's one thing to keep in mind. Phantom Tales of the Night. Volume 11. That cover, those colors. Wow, I know it says cover not final, but the artwork is anything like that on the inside. Woo! That is freaking awesome, man. River's Edge, and that is published by Vertical Comics. That one is a soft cover. Critical Role, Mighty 9 adult coloring book is coming out. So Dark Horse has been publishing those for a while, the adult coloring books. And we're also getting TMNT from IDW, Morning Adventures Volume 1. So this is Eric Burnham and Tim Latty collecting the new stuff that is based on the Saturday morning cartoons, the 80s cartoon. Chester 5000 Book 1 by Jess Fink is coming out from IDW. And Deadly Class Volume 4. See what I mean? This is hard, like to do a top 10. Well, yeah, it's always difficult. But Volume 4 wrapping up the series right here, collecting issues 45 through 56. I loved the series so much. They did something in the second volume that Rick Remender that I wasn't happy with, that I hoped they had stayed with the tone of Volume 1, but at the end of the day, it's his baby. So Rick Remender reunited with Wes Craig. Oh, yes, can't wait to finish this. Regardless, it's still one of the best books by Rick Remender out there. And Philadelphia Volume 5. Dang it, I keep meaning to go back and finish Volume 1 of the hardcover. So stuff not in the hardcover format. Megaton Archives. This is really interesting that they're doing this. This is the old school Eric Larson stuff. So you have Gary Carlson in here, Eric Larson. So I got some of it right. Butch Guice, Rob Liefeld, Angel Medina. It's the black and white anthology Megaton stuff from 1981 to 1987 being published for the first time. It's got a lot of unpublished artwork and preliminary character designs by Carlson and more. That is freaking awesome. Speaking of Rick Remender, Scumbag, the complete edition deluxe hardcover coming out. Collecting Scumbag 1 through 14. Dude, I am all about that. Coda, deluxe edition coming out. And finally, one of my most anticipated books of the year. Been waiting for a hardcover of that, and it is finally coming out that last week of June. All right, and we're getting Geronimo Stilton Reporter 3-in-1 graphic novel. This is a volume 2, and that is coming out from Paper Cuts. So it's good to see. I think Paper Cuts and Mad Cave are working together now to publish books. We're getting a lot of Lady Death. We're getting Lady Death Rules, the hardcover volume 4. And on top of that, we're getting a reprint of Lady Death Rules volumes 1 through 3. But it's coming out as a trade paperback set. And Planetoid and Other Stories is coming out in hardcover. A Boy Named Rose is coming out in trade paperback from Fair Square Comics. Living the Line is releasing The Abolition of Man, the Lux Edition hardcover. This is the stuff that I believe was all drawn by AI, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's the stuff that's all drawn by AI. Allura, Witch Princess is coming out. Look how cute that looks, from Phoenix Studios. Archer and Armstrong, baby. This is the revival trade paperback coming out from Valiant. Still in the game. Ballad of Ronin Part 1 from Action Lab Entertainment. Loving that cover. And Big Ugly. Big Ugly's coming out from Avery Hill Publishing. And Ahoy Comics is bringing out The Billionaire Island Cult of Dogs. And Book of Shadows is coming out in trade paperback format. Man, Valiant's coming out strong, because there's two. We got another one here in a second. Convoy. This looks so good. This is published by Magnetic Press. Kevin Stevens and Jeff is the artist. I love that cover, and I'm a big fan of Magnetic Press. I need to do a spotlight on Magnetic Press, honestly. And we're also getting Cryptic Kids coming out in hardcover and in graphic novel, softcover format. Buck Ness Monster. Cupcake Diaries, another one of those books, coming out in hardcover and softcover. Volume 4, Alexis and Perfect Recipe. Deadlands, Dead Man's Hand is coming out in hardcover format, and that is published by Sex Publishing. CEX, not to be confused with the other one. And Ember and Island of Lost Creatures is coming out, and that is published by Harper Alley. Eternal Warriors. Oh man, the Eternal Warrior was one of my favorite Valiant books. This is the stuff in here by Jim Shooter, of course, Barry Windsor Smith, Kevin Van Hook, and John Dixon. Yeah, Lee, does this bring back memories? This one here collects Eternal Warrior 1 through 25. That, I think, was 1991, 1992 when that came out. Eternal Warrior Yearbook, number 1. Archer and Armstrong, 25. Arbinger, 32. Secret Weapons, 3 and 6 and 6 through 10. And Valiant Era Companion, number 1, $125. That's something I've been wanting to jump on. For some reason, I haven't gotten into any of the classic stuff, and now they're near impossible to find. Fantagraphics Underground Nudism Comes to Connecticut is coming out in a hardcover format. And at first I thought it was a slipcase. It is $30. And we're also getting Mexica, Aztec Princess. This is coming out in trade paperback format. Mezcal from Magnetic Press. Kevin Stevens and Jeff also working on this particular book. Yeah, what I get these Magnetic Press books, I don't like reading what they're about. I'm all about just finding out for myself, because you never know if it's going to be sci-fi or if it's going to be fantasy, if it's going to be futuristic, where's it going. Ninjak, My Friend Toby, also from Magnetic Press. Wow. I see a dog, they better leave that dog alone. I like to let people know, if there's any animal harm in books when I read them myself. 'Cause, sometimes they get a little rough. Look at you, stray dogs, man. All right, Neptune Volume 2, Episode 2 is coming out that very same week. And Ninjak, hell yes, Ninjak is coming out that week. We're also getting Monstrous from First Second Book, coming out in hardcover and softcover format, and Mother Nature Volume 1. This is the hardcover from Titan Comics. This is the one that Jamie Lee Curtis is co-writing with Russell Goodman, and Carl Stevens is the artist on this book. It's her first graphic novel. Nottingham from Cinebook, Volume 3, Robin is coming out. Pantera, hell yes. Vulgar Display of Power is coming out in hardcover format. Now we've got some pre-code classics over here. We have the pre-code classics Weird Terror. This is a softie, softcover, trade paperback, Volume 1. And then we have a hardcover and a slipcase of PS Art Books Classic Sci-Fi Comics, Volume 6, coming out that very same week. We're also getting Rank's Complete Collection from Heavy Metal Entertainment coming out. That is a hardcover format. As well as Samurai Doggy, that's adorable, from Aftershock. There's Aftershock, I haven't seen him in a while. From Chris Tex and Santos, $24.99, collecting the first 6 issues of Samurai Doggy. And Sire is coming out in trade paperback format, published by Dren Productions. Smoketown Remastered trade paperback is coming out, and that is by Scout Comics. And Blue Fox Comics is giving us Sparks and the Fallen Star. Digging that cover. Sulphur Wells is coming out in hardcover format that very same week, and that is published by Blood Moon Comics. There's also going to be a trade paperback edition of that. The hardcover is $59.99, and the trade paperback is $19.99. Trojan is coming out in trade paperback format from Artists, Writers, and Artisans Incorporated, and that is $9.99. Twisted Dark is coming out, and that is Volume 2. This is a new printing of Twisted Dark from TPub, and then we're getting Twisted Dark Volume 7, which is the latest volume of Twisted Dark. And that is all written by Neil Gibson, and Jan Wingard is the artist on those books. And to wrap up the month and the week of June, we got West Moon Chronicles from Scout Comics. Now, if you're interested in purchasing these books, check out our sponsor.
If you're in Europe and you're interested in buying these books, definitely check out Walt's Comic Shop in Berlin, Germany. They have the cheapest pre-order prices, flat shipping rate of €12 for all EU countries, emails answered within 24 hours, waltscomicshop.com, and you can use the code nearmintcondition at checkout and get free shipping for all EU countries with your first order over €40. That's Walt's Comic Shop, your reliable source for omnis and premium collected editions in Europe. Ding!
cheapgraphicnovels.com, your online home for graphic novels and collected editions up to 50% off cover price. They have excellent shipping and prompt and helpful service. Check out their bargain deals for up to 90% off cover price. And don't forget that CGN also takes pre-orders. That way you don't miss out on the hottest releases. And they are currently running a special promotion for you Minties. If you're a first-time customer, after receiving your order confirmation email, reply back to that email and let them know Near Mint Condition sent you their way. They will then apply a free shipping promotional credit to your next order in the US. Cheap Graphic Novels, your source for the hottest books with the kind of deep discount, quality shipping, and customer service that will keep you coming back for more. And that was the content, the page, and those were the books for the month of June. Let me know in the comments down below which books you're picking up. Let me know in the comments down below which books interest you, which books have been moved to July, and yeah, what you plan on reading as soon as you get it. And don't forget to come back to the channel for the top 10 on Sundays. If you want written documentation, check out our Patreon. The link is in the description of the video. That's it for me, everyone. Stay healthy and safe out there. Much love.